Before I say a few words about Coach Newberry, I would like to thank you all for coming tonight. I know it means a lot to Coach that you were here sharing her 900 wins with her. Thank you, President Steele, for making this evening possible. Your support to our program is greatly appreciated by both coaches and players. Seeing you at our home games and having you in the stands at the World Series always means a lot to our program, so thank you. Thank you to the loyal fans in the room. You have been dedicated spectators through the many wins and handful of losses over the years. Thank you for the many years of helping out with the concession stand. You ladies really do know how to make some delicious pies. Clipping out newspaper articles, and for following us both at home and on the road. When Coach Newberry asked me if I would say a few words about her tonight, I, like Coach Shank, was honored. Of course, anyone who knows me knows that I can't just say a few words, but I'll try to keep it short. And as I was rereading this, I was like, short, I have 5 pages, so sorry. It's double spaced, though. Now for the reason we are here. My relationship with Coach Newberry began back in the fall of 2003 when she began recruiting me as a senior in high school. Here I was, a small-town girl wanting to chase a dream. Little did she know that she was about to be stuck with me for the next 6 years, and that she would be turning my dream into a reality. Little did I know that I was going to be building a relationship with the most influential person I've ever crossed paths with in my 23 years of life. And for any of you that know my mom, don't tell her I just said that. Though we are here tonight to celebrate Coach's 900 wins on the field, I think that it is just as important to take a minute or two to describe the woman behind the 900. There are reasons why a coach hits milestones in their career. In Coach Newberry's case, there are many reasons. When asked about her 900, she usually gets quoted saying things like, "I credit good health, great players, and when you do something long enough, you'll eventually win some games." Though those are all legit reasons, I would like to go a little deeper. You do not just win 900 games because you've been coaching for 36 years. When you do the math, 900 wins divided by 36 years averages out to be 25 wins a year. That's pretty amazing considering you built the program up from the bottom while also coaching field hockey and basketball for 26 years while running intramurals. As a player, I took a lot of things for granted from this program. Though I learned early on in my career what it took to be successful, I had no clue as to what was going on behind closed doors. I thought that practices were just planned. I thought that recruits just came. I thought that lineups were just common sense. As a coach, coaching alongside of a legend, I understand what goes into a practice plan. I understand why it's so frustrating when a plan gets screwed up after you have spent the past 4 hours making it work perfectly on paper. Usually I'm the one that screws it up, but still, it's frustrating. I understand why Coach's car was always parked by the rec center until the midnight hours. I understand why we land top recruits. I understand why she wins. I'm starting to understand her. Coach, your dedication and love for the game is hard to come by. Each and every player who has played for you, whether for 4 years or for 1 week, know why you are as successful as you are. You expect the most out of your players no matter the situation. You know how to push your players to levels where they didn't know that they could be pushed. You leave little to no room for error, and contrary to what some outsiders may think, you're able to do this and still care for your players at the same time. Someone great once said, "It is not what I want from my players, but what I want for them." Whoever said that must really be good at what they do. She said that. You have the ability to take a kid their freshman year, and by the time they are seniors, you mold them into a young lady. You have the ability to take a lowly freshman, confused and unsure of herself, and mold her into a self-assured person. Whether they realize it or not, you change players. You're a natural-born teacher and leader. You teach players how to handle stressful situations. You teach them how to react to pressure. You teach them how to overcome diversity. You teach. You lead teams to OAC championships, to regional titles, to World Series appearances. You lead. When I came to Muskingum in the fall of 2004, I decided early on in my career that I was going to play for you. And I didn't mean practice for you, I meant play for you. I was going to do whatever it took to represent your program like you expected your players to represent your program. Don't get me wrong, I definitely had the pass balls and the missed signs and the bonehead mistakes, but I wasn't going to settle for anything short of the best. In my 4 years of undergrad, I did not miss one single class without an excused absence. Why? Because you taught me early on the importance of an education. I did not sit out of one practice due to injury or illness. Why? Because you taught me to play through pain. My main goal by the time that I graduated was that I wanted you to be proud of me. Not proud of me like a pat on the back, way to go, proud of me, but proud of me where you would always remember my work ethic and drive. I think that I share that with every player that has ever put on a Muskie jersey for you. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. During my life, a lot of times I think it would have been easier to go down a path that had already been laid, but you stated it perfectly in your induction speech when you quoted Ralph Waldo Emerson. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. In my life, I make it my goal to build relationships with those that I cross paths with. The relationship that we share now is unbelievable, and I wouldn't want it any other way. I lean on you for many things. Whew. Advice in life, spiritually, in my career, in the kitchen. I mean, who really knew that you make French toast with bread? Just the thing. In June, I'll be on my own. I even ask you for advice financially. With my grammar, again, who decided that Wichita was Wichita, not Wichita? The list could go on and on. I don't know if you knew what you were getting into with me as a recruit, but I'm 100% satisfied with what I got out of you. You're my coach, you're my mentor, and better than that, you're the best person that I know. Sorry. Many girls across the country would kill to have my position. Sometimes I lay in bed at night. Who am I kidding? I lay in bed every night thanking the good Lord that you offered it to me. I wouldn't want to be coaching someplace else knowing that I was not coaching alongside the best. No matter who you ask, whether it be coaches, players, church members, peers, students, you have left a lasting impression on people's lives. You have made me a better person. You're turning me into the person that I've dreamed of becoming. You pull out my strengths, and you make me face my weaknesses. You've laughed with me. You've definitely laughed at me. You've been angry with me. You've been angry at me. And you've cried with me. You are the most amazing woman that I know, and I'm so proud to say that I'm coaching alongside of the best coach in Division III history. Congratulations, Coach Newberry.
Tonight we gather to celebrate your truly extraordinary talents. Your talents on the field, your talents in the classroom, and above all, your talent to inspire excellence in each and every one of us. And we are truly fortunate to call you coach, teacher, colleague, and friend. And so on behalf of the entire Muskingum community, all 17,000 of us, we couldn't present with greater pride to anyone a remembrance of your immeasurable achievements than we present this to you.
Thank you very much to President Steele and for everybody that's attending. I'll keep this light when I'm not cleaning. So. But for all of you that came, I really appreciate it. There's a lot of good friends in the room. Great to see the players here. And it was so special to share the 900th win with this particular team. We've got a lot of folks here that are dear to me for different reasons, ranging from friends at church and friends at church that turned into cooks down in Florida. My brother's been here, kind of bailed me out as I battled with my health. He visited today and walked through the door, and I handed him the weed eater. And I said, there you go. He's taking good care of my mom, who's been staying with me for the last 7 or 8 months as chief cook and bottle washer. So it's just great to have everybody here. It's especially special to have Carrie say what she said, and I think you understand the program will be in good hands. So thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for your support. And let's get 2 more victories here before this season's over.